Hello, my dear students. So this particular video is all about IBS. And many students have asked me in the telegram that, sir, what is that we need to do to approach this integrated business solutions? Perhaps, so I got a message from Punarvas sir that, someone has filed a petition to remove IBS. So that much fear factor students are having related to this integrated business solution. So I thought rather than me speaking alone onto this, I wanted to take my friends and colleagues who are also experts onto the respective subjects that they are handling. So, welcoming Punarvas sir and Chinmay sir. You all know that Punarvas sir was law faculty and he is now law and DT faculty. And over a short span of time, he spent lot of efforts in preparing direct tax and really the command that he has over the sections now. After interacting with him, I feel like whether he is studying income tax from last 5 years or 6 years, I really don't know. So in a short span of time, great effort that he has put in, and lot of students are also started purchasing his lectures and they are giving good feedback. And then Chinmay sir, needless to give any introduction that he is a multiple rank holder. And Chinmay sir was faculty from quite a long time taking on this FR, SFM, and now FR and AFM. And so we are good in our respective subjects, which we feel so, and which even students also have vouched. So this IBS paper is actually a conglomeration of all the subjects that we have, including law, SCMPE, and audit. So now, this session, we wanted to enlighten to you about few nuances as to what should be your approach for May 24 exam if you are appearing for Group 2 related to IBS. So over to Punarvas sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the introduction. And hi, dear friends. So quickly, my dear friends, first of all, IBS is a very, very, very important subject in your career because it's an open book examination. And second, as sir mentioned, it is what is it? Accumulation or conglomeration of all the subjects. So basically, you need to have knowledge of all the subjects. Plus, it's an open book examination. The testing mechanism here is on par with Oxford University, and all the major in Harvard University, and even your CA course of your Canada, USA, etc. have these open book type of examinations. In fact, the Canadian CA, I still remember one of my mentors had taken it up. It is just one paper of some 9 subjects, just one paper of around 400 marks. Similar way. So it is training you to become a global chartered accountant. So as far as approach is concerned, there are 2 ways which Chinmaya sir will throw light on. One is where you need not depend on anything. You can just depend on some institute, whatever material it has released. And the second one, of course, is the methodology where you need some dependence. You need to depend on some experts, some faculty, some books. You really need to do that. So obviously, our choice would be the dependent model itself because, my dear buddies, I know that you are all chartered accountant students where we will be CS very soon, but here the level of questions, Institute has released 15 case studies, and to be very, very honest with you, please do not take it in any other wrong way. The questions are tricky. You can see for yourselves, you can go to the website and check it out. The questions are not going to be easy because they have already released 15. And as Tharun sir also was enlightening me just before this session, he was telling me that the Institute had invited all the experts across the country to give suggestions and to give the case study. So this is actually the professional view or the practical case studies that have been implemented by ICAI. So a lot of inputs have come from industry experts. So this is making you, training you to become a global chartered accountant. So here in this session, you cannot just mug up everything, this subject. You need a concerted, dedicated, a dependent help to finish this particular subject. So Chinmaya sir will tell you how it can be possible. You can go 2 ways, totally independent way or the dependent way. Chinmaya sir, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Punarvas sir. So I cleared the CA final exam in 2010. I became a chartered accountant in 2011 and I became a faculty in 2012. And from that day, till today, I'm so happy for becoming a chartered accountant, not because of the profession, looking at the way examination have been conducted, looking at the way the level is increasing, I'm very happy I've cleared the exam. So if you want to feel the same way, I would kindly request pass the exam at the earliest. The more time you take, it is not going to be easier. It is going to be even more difficult is what I would say. And in my classes, I would divide the chapters into two varieties. One are important chapters and the others are very important chapters. In CA exam, there's nothing called as a chapter which is not important. So after looking at this paper 6, I rediscovered my concept of difficulty. Like so far CA was difficult, now it is very difficult. I'm sorry if I'm slightly sounding negative, but even I thought when this paper was introduced, looking at the way previous paper 6 multidisciplinary case studies, I thought it was manageable. But looking at the way case study which has been released, I would say it is a very challenging area, definitely for the people who know, and from student point of view also, definitely it's going to be a very challenging area. I must admit, lot of the case studies that I've seen are not just theoretical, and it is not just, okay, take the questions from different 5 subjects or 7 subjects and put it here. It is not just a fruit salad. It is a proper cocktail or mocktail paper,
So this
whatever you
copy
call it.
paste will not work, I feel.
Correct.
Yeah. So like, it's not just fruit, you mix it and say this is fruit salad. It is not, it is having its own separate flavor. Because I was part of a wealth management firm, I've seen certain practical scenarios which I've not seen in any textbook. I have not seen any CA practicing also witness those. I could see those kind of questions being asked in the multidisciplinary case studies. So I would say the source of this IBS is not the remaining subjects. The source of this comes from the roots, which is the actual scenario cases that have happened. And from that, they take it, they tweak it a little bit, they change the name and present it to you to make it look like they formed it. Whatever the case studies that I have witnessed so far, all of them appear to be the real life complex situations, not just theoretical ones. So you need that kind of support. So you have two choices on your hand. You can follow an independent approach where 5 subjects are there. You are preparing for those 5 subjects. You get some summary books for all those 5 subjects. You somehow recollect, or you think you could recollect those subjects, and you say that I'll go to exam and do it. That is basically like a trial and error method, which is not wrong, by the way, but I also feel our life is limited by the time. And every minute we take extra, every attempt we take extra, there is an opportunity cost that you need to keep it in mind. But definitely true, independent approach is going to teach you lot of things, but more like a trial and error method. Definitely it is cost effective in terms of money, but not in terms of time, because self-learning has its own process to follow and you cannot escape the time duration of completing it.
Yes.
The other
Sir,
approach
I wanted to
yeah,
throw a
sure, yes,
little
sir.
bit onto this independent approach, sir.
Sure.
So, guys, I will give you one recommendation for this independent approach. If you really wanted to do this independent, so you buy one like a 6 subject notebook. In that 6 subject notebook, so a lot of good books are available. So, as you are preparing anyhow for the 5 subjects, that is FR, AFM, then audit, DT, and IDT. So you prepare the summary of each and every subject in one section, and even thereafter you also prepare for the law, which was actually SPOM. So self-paced online module, which they have exempted for May exam. You prepare that as well, so that what will happen is that you will become thorough with those subjects and you can go for your exam. But it is possible only if you are appearing for November 24 exam or May 25 exam. In May 24 exam, you have only 4 months. In this 4 months, I don't know whether you will be able to cope up with this. But this way, definitely you can do. And yes, as the money involved, as Chinmay sir rightly said, is low and the time will be costly. But here I just wanted to give you even the weightage as well. So the weightage, if you see over the case studies, what I have observed. Okay. So just sir, I just wanted to share the weightage, sir. This is what based on my analysis. So if you see I'll just write below.
Yeah.
So I will give a scale of 25. Out of 25, out of this 25 scale, so it's like I can say 8 marks for DT, 8 for IDT, because everywhere more or less DT, IDT is coming equally. And whereas
You can put like
if you
4
take
for FR, I think, like
FR, so
4.
like 4 marks for FR
Rest
and
are all 2, 3, like that. 2,
no
1,
sir,
3.
law actually, law
Law,
is
law is
something which
also,
I have
yeah,
repeatedly seen. So I
yeah,
can give
correct.
10 marks for law. So I'll tell you the reason because DT, IDT also in some questions, some case studies are basically based on DT, IDT, but every case study has a connection to law.
Yes.
So law they are giving mainly because they know that the student will skip SPOM and they will be coming for group 2.
Even
So
if they
mainly
don't
for
skip,
that
also they'll do
reason,
that inky pinky ponky, tick something and they'll pass because that
they
exam
will
is not
pass.
time pass exam. It feels like, yeah.
So like 10 marks I can see on this. And so it is what 16 and 1 second.
To 30 marks, sir. 30 marks.
So 30 marks. So
30
30
is over there.
marks and somewhere like let's keep 35 marks.
Yeah,
So
another
the
5 marks will
remaining
be there.
5 marks for other subjects.
Correct.
Audit.
Other
Audit,
subjects means what?
SCM,
Your
AFM,
audit, SCMP
and
and
AFM.
your AFM.
Yeah.
So this will be for 5 marks. So like in a scale of 35, so majorly if I need to give, the first mark I wanted to give is for law. And the second is for DT and IDT. And thereafter FR and AFM. So this so will be like third priority. So in the
Yeah.
sense,
So,
I'm not giving any
Tarun sir,
priorities here, the weightage. So
yeah,
if
I
you
just
see,
want to ask one question, Tharun sir, and Punarvas also. Because this IDT is part of group 2, sometimes I think like anyway I'm reading for DT, IDT, can I manage this paper 6 also if it is related to DT, IDT? So what do you
exactly,
think
that's where
about that?
I wanted to convey that. So without law, without FR and without AFM, how the student, see, let's keep this audit and SCMP as negligible. Like maybe one question or 2 marks, 1 or 2 marks only. Let's keep it negligible, as low as possible. But even then, law is there, na, sir. So law is major here. That's why I'm telling you the first importance is for the law and FR, AFM. So without knowing these 3 subjects, only with DTIDT, the student cannot cope up. So what he will be getting out of 100 marks, he will be able to get some 40 or 50 marks only. So that too risky is there now because they have given the question paper pattern. So I'm just giving you the question paper pattern. So what they are telling is that there will be like 5 case studies. 5 case studies already ICAI has released, sir. So that 5 case studies will be there and the question paper like 4 hours is the exam and in each case study.
In that 1 hour, you should figure out what to open. That's the problem. Open book
Yeah.
Yeah.
So each
Oh,
case
oh.
study they are telling like there will be some 5 MCQs of 2 marks each. So
Yeah.
that will be 10 marks and 3 descriptive.
2 or 3,
So
right? Like
3
depending on that.
We've
descriptive
been seeing
of
that in
5
the recording.
marks.
Yeah.
It will be 15 marks. So
Hmm.
which means it's like a 25 marks case study. Each case study is for 25 marks.
So they will have
And
one
there
choice, is it?
one choice.
So the
One
question
choice.
is, how do you make a choice? By reading only it take 10, 15 marks.
Correct.
Choice is why did I
So
take up CA, taking
Yeah.
up or not taking up.
So one choice, I don't know how they are going to like take it, but each question is for 25 marks.
Okay, so I
And
have one
yes.
suggestion for students if they want to approach quickly, because if they read the entire paragraph, then the question, then make a decision. What they can do as a shortcut is you read the questions like 5 MCQ and 2 descriptive, that will be shorter, and you know which area they are focusing. And if you are comfortable with, you can choose those case studies as a priority at least. So
2 minutes,
can
pray to
see.
all the gods that you know and get to give you the string to write these
Yeah.
answers, and then you can move on.
So
Yeah.
little bit of time, maybe you can
So
see.
like putting it further. So step one is to read all questions.
Yes.
Questions in the sense
The questions in
MCQs.
questions.
MCQs plus descriptive.
At least they'll get to know what areas they're asking
Correct.
and
Then
in the
choose.
question what are the keywords I should look for.
Yes. So choose which to take.
Hmm.
And then step three, read case study. So these are the steps which Chinmay sir was suggesting. Yes, sir. Chinmay sir, actually, I was deviated.
Now you mentioned
No,
the
no, sir,
correct
this is
thing.
perfect. I think this is
I
perfect.
will
Very nice.
I will
Very
just address that point only once more.
Yes.
There's also recently been hovering a lot the concept of red car philosophy. So
Red
basically, it's like if you go to interview, an interviewer asks, how many red cars did you see today? You'll be like, I don't know. But in the morning only, if you know, the question would be asked, you would be always, okay, I know this many cars I've seen today. So when you
Correct.
have an objective set, your preparation and your approach will always be different. The same way in exam, especially this paper, instead of reading the case studies, you read the requirement of the question, that 5 MCQ plus 2 descriptive. You will know what is the requirement. Then you start reading the case studies, and then, I mean, of course, you make a choice which is going to be your area. And it's
Yes.
not that you not know everything or you know everything. At least you can prioritize which question to attempt first and which one to do later. Because one, especially the issue from students from lot many paper is there is always time insufficiency. Somehow they always find shortage of time. Because of that, now they gave 4 hours, and because
Correct.
4 hours they added the content such a way that
Correct.
it will take more than 4 hours. So that journey of finding difficulty in shortage of time continues. So your time management has to be very accurate in this case. Okay.
Yes. So I personally don't recommend independent, not because I'm taking classes or we are selling our lectures, not because of that. See, independently, it will take hell lot of time to analyze this many subjects because boss, in your intermediate itself, you dependent on summary books and you clear.
Correct.
Again, in final, you are not reading bare act. You are not reading any detailed book. You are again asking us, give summary book. So you are basically preparing from summary book and you expect this IBS also to be like that. So definitely it is not possible.
Sure. So
Guys,
I would
it's a
call,
humble request.
yes,
Sorry, Chinmay sir. If you
please go
really,
on.
really want to become a very successful chartered accountant, I beg of you, please don't take this lightly. Because okay, even if you pass by reading some summary book and going and doing something, let's say you get some 40 in IBS, tomorrow, I mean, when you are in the market and when you don't know these case scenarios, the reason why this IBS is introduced, one more reason I can tell you is to match up to MBAs. MBA, if I can ask an MBA to sell this pen, he will sell this pen. But a chartered accountant will have much more knowledge than an MBA, but he cannot speak and cannot think also sometimes. So the thing is, this is your ability to think is what they're developing. And for that, I feel that you really need guidance. So please don't take this subject lightly is what I want to tell you. Do it the right way. Summary book and all that other nonsense is really not the way, to be very honest. You should do it in a methodical way, which Chinmaya sir will now share the other view, the dependent view.
So for lack of word, I've used the word dependent, independent. Maybe a better description would be independent is harder way and dependent is a smarter way of doing it.
Perfect.
Again, I've always been labeled this in many ways. Whenever, especially my parents always used to call me lazy. Somehow when I come to the job, people call me smart and time saving and automation expert and all. So it's a two sides into it. But I will give you why I choose the dependent way. Again, I told you dependent may not sound good. The better thing is a smarter way. See, if I become, or if I am Mukesh Ambani, I am at a larger position, big position, do you think I will look at each and every position and say, today how many geo users have been added? See, that is too minuscule, right? So when you try to think big, when you are trying to be part of the top 1% of the smarter people, you have to manage. Manage is a sophisticated word. The description is art of getting things done. See, if you have 24 hours, how much ever you work, you can only work for 24 hours. But if you use 1 hour of 100 people, 100 hours is there working for you. See, that is a power of making use of others' effort. Forget about 100 hours, make 1 minute, but let 1,000 people work for it, is more than you working for 24 hours. So when I say dependent, I just say that take the help of experts who have gone through this process. It is a very simple science. It is you follow this process, you get the result. You follow these case studies, you'll be able to answer it. So when I say dependent, it might mean you as a friends group, if you feel that your friends are having that expertise, or if you are having that much confidence in friends, go ahead. Second, you can take help of your principal where you have done the articleship, or if you have a mentor, or if you have your in your family, there some people might be there, but don't go to them just because they're CA. Being a CA, I'm telling those who have practical experience and handled practical, not one case. If a person specializes only in direct tax, he cannot be a appropriate person. He should be able to handle multiple discipline and he should be an expert in that. And third option, you can buy the lectures. I'm not just telling it's about our lecture. Of course, I have a bias mindset that we will tell we are the best, just like you always think you are the best. But do take somebody who have the experience practically, so that when they explain the case studies, they can give their practical experiences. Who knows, those practical experience could be an examination question.
Yes.
So
So
this
one
is
thing,
what we wanted to present.
yeah,
Yeah.
one thing I wanted to add further to what Chinmay sir said is that when we are explaining the case study, we are actually not only like reading the question, we are connecting the case study to the concept as well. So this is the concept, not just in direct tags or indirect tags or AFM. So this is the concept in every subject. So every subject concept is being connected to that particular question. So not just the question reading. Don't think, okay, I'm reading the question. For this question, this is the answer. This is not the way we are doing. So we are actually making like a panel discussion, and each and every paragraph we are interpreting from multiple aspects. Say, for example, one paragraph when I read, it may have a law implication. So Punarvas sir will speak about that. Then there may be GST implication, I will speak. And again, income tax implication, Punarvas sir will speak. Then some Ind AS implication. So Chinmay sir will speak about that. So that you will get for the same concept or same question. So what are all the provisions or what are all the implications from different subjects will get connected there. And you can also see, so one demo video which we have posted in our respective YouTube channels. So about IBS, demo videos are there. You can just see the demo video once you will get an idea as to how the discussion is going to be. So then you decide like whether you want to buy or not. Any lecture, I'm not telling about our lecture. You see other faculties also, you please go through the demo, how they are doing. If they are just reading the question and they are explaining for this question, this is the answer. That's not the way, because is there a guarantee that ICAI is giving? ICAI so far released 15 case studies. Is there a guarantee that out of these 15 case studies only we will test? If that be the case, don't buy any lecture. Happily go for that 15 case studies and complete it. Not even one lecture you buy here.
No,
Don't
they
buy.
might
Even
give
our
same
lecture
case.
also
No,
don't buy.
they might give same case studies, but they can ask different questions.
Different questions, yes.
Correct.
No,
What
no.
we
One
do,
time it
That's
happened.
what we do, dear friends, as sir mentioned, is not reading the question and telling that concept. When he told concepts, all the possible types of questions that can come in that para is what we will discuss actually. It's
Yes.
not that, okay, this question has come, so we'll discuss more in depth in this. No. So in that
Yeah.
particular paragraph, what are the potential questions also that can come? So in fact, I mean, sir, I mean, I just want to share that all of us are very happy that so many people have already purchased. They have actually blessed us with that faith and trust. But
Yes.
this is not a video where we'll tell please buy. But what we are trying to tell is so many queries are coming as to give me only summary book, give me only that book, give me only this book, guys. This subject cannot be studied like that. Is what we want to tell you. There is an
Correct.
independent way you can go ahead with that, but we will always stick to the dependent way. We always suggest you to go with the dependent way. There are many ways to clear the exam, but the smartest way, as Chinmaya sir told, no doubt, is the dependent way, because we are all here who are experts in our own subjects, and we also get to learn from the other faculty as well. And in fact, all the three of us have an excellent rapport, and you can see that also in the video. There is no artifice, there is no faking anything. It's just extempore, and we just pick up a case study and discuss like a group of friends. So it's a very interesting thing, even for us. We really enjoy. Time just flies when we do that. So you also, the time will fly for you also, is what I'm trying to tell. It's more like a discussion than any class as such.
Correct.
Yeah. So, and also some of you were asking queries as to what about individual subjects, will there be revision? So students, already we have released FR videos, revision videos are already given. Students have been given access to that. AFM revision videos by Chinmaya sir, access has been given. Law revision videos by me, access has been given. TT-IDT will be given very soon. And case studies, already 8 case studies, access has been given. Institute has released 15. We're going to record all 15 plus much more as well. As much as possible, we will give you. But 15 is our assurance, 15, 16 is our assurance, and it can go up to 20, 25, whatever it is. So whenever we get the time, we'll definitely do it. But these 15, 16 case studies will cover much, much more than what is given by Institute also. So this is what we wanted to tell you. So parting notes by Tharun sir and Chinmaya sir. That's all. All the very best, dear friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll just quickly give one small example. Albert Einstein, one time when he was a professor, he gave a test to one set of students. So the office boy asked, or the assistant asked, isn't the same set of questions you have given to the same set of students, same questions 1 year back? He said, yes. But what's the logic? Same students, same question paper. He said, no, answer have been changed. So that is the way looking at this paper also looks like. Every time we think that we know it, when we look at the answers especially, or when we look at the way questions have been framed, we have to doubt ourselves. So quickly I'll cover 3 pointers, then Tarun sir, you can take it over. Whether it is independent, dependent, smarter, harder, whichever is the way, there are few things common. So first, after every question or after reading everything, at the end of every case study, please make your own pointers. Your own pointers, please make a write of it. How much ever you do it, if you don't write a point, there's no point in reading any subject or topic. So make a point. Second, please make sure the 15 M's, the case studies, what institute has been covered is 100% with no full stop comma left. If those, even one question comes, you have to score out of out on those questions. Plus, if you can solve paper 6D, the previous syllabus multidisciplinary case studies, if you can go through those questions, that will give a good base apart from your dependent approach or independent approach.
Paper
So all
6F,
I can,
paper 6F.
6F, yeah, sorry, paper 6F, paper 6F, multidisciplinary case study. Name was also different, multidisciplinary case studies, MDC. So with this approach, I hope you should be able to follow it up. Meanwhile, if you require any other support from any of us, please feel free to contact us. Yeah, Tarun sir, you can take it.
Yes, sir. So, like a lot of students ask me, sir, we need a book. So when will you release the book? So that book alone we will buy and we will take to the exam hall. See, there is no point in buying a book and without knowing in which page what is there and how to understand that. So there is really no point in buying a summary book of all the subjects. So because try to understand, you cannot prepare everything from the summary book. So therefore, when we are giving the lectures, in the lectures, we will be taking it from the summary book revision. Plus in the case studies, we will be connecting so to that respective provision. So only when you know, okay, which point you need to see, etc., the summary book makes some sense. That is first thing. Second, even ICA has released a set of summary books called as Saransh. So like that they have released. ICA has released that book, and many students have sent me that and asked me, sir, already ICA has released. Why should we buy your that set book like that? Actually, that student doubt is genuine. Actually, so I went through the book, and in place of supply chapter, I saw. So like goods, what is the place of supply like that? So in that place of supply section 10.1a got amended. So it says if supply is made to registered person, ending point will be taken as place of supply. Supply made to unregistered person, location of recipient in the records of supplier, otherwise location of supplier like that. One point is there, but that is not updated. And then every supplier through e-commerce operator is compulsorily required to get registered. But today there is an amendment applicable for your exam, which says that if you are making only intrastate supplies, you are not compulsorily required to get registered. So this is just two examples. Like this, n number of mistakes are there in that Saransh book.
That could have done 3, 4
And
months before, sir. Even DT, a lot of amendments are not there. You're right. Yeah.
yes,
The
so now
problem
this
is, see, the problem is there would be only 5% mistakes, but you don't know which is that 5%.
5%.
correct.
That is the issue.
And no, sir, like then only I asked some of the people that said, sir, this Sarans is not something which is prepared today. From last 3 years, whatever they have been releasing in the student journal, they combined that and they just gave. Many chapters though are not there. Many chapters though are not there. And so, guys, if you're thinking, okay, I will take that Saran's book print of all subjects and take it to the exam hall, then also it is not
It
going to
becomes
work.
Sarah Nash, sir. Sarah Nash. Everything will be destroyed.
Sarah Nash. It's not Sarah. Okay. Sarah Nash. Okay. So this is not going to work out. Be careful. I just wanted to give you this. So like you can depend on that, but with updated, whatever it is. See, ICA is not following their own suggested answers, first of all. Whatever suggested answers they are giving, that itself they are not following for evaluation. So it is like whatever they are telling in the book is how to make rice. But in exam, they're asking how to cook chicken biryani. That much
Correct.
difference is there from what they gave in materials to whatever they're asking in exams. So there is a huge difference. Be careful is what we can say and take the informed decisions. So
Correct.
with this,
No,
conclusion,
I
I
would
just
add one
wanted to
point to Tharun sir onto what you told. Use any material for whom you can ask question. Like
correct.
if you use Punarvas material, tomorrow you come and ask him, what about this? Or you ask any faculty for that matter, take his book where you should be able to ask questions. There has to be some accountability so that he
Correct.
says, no, this amendment happened. This is the latest amendment. So that's where
Correct.
you know the kind of support should be there, is what I would like to add that point.
Exactly, sir. So support system is what we all believe in. So because till the exam day, so I really clarify a lot of doubts which many of my students also know. So like 1 o'clock they will be going for exam, and 12:30 also he will be asking a query and I will be replying. So like many people around me will be asking, sir, why still you are doing that? So it is their job to prepare. But I will be telling like maybe are in the last minute they may get some confusion. So it is bound to be because the kind of subjects we deal in. So IDT exam you will remember DT provisions. DT exam you will remember IDT provisions. It happens. Come
Correct.
on, welcome to CA final course. That's how it is going to be. So then, so we are there to provide you the support, but we will give you the guidance from time to time. But what we request you is that don't take it lightly or don't take it for granted. So that's
Last
what we
part,
can.
sir. Tarun, sir, if you can just end the thing with what are all the inclusions in our IBS course, which we are selling it for 10,000, not including GST.
Yes.
What are the things that we are giving? If you can just make a quick note there, Chinmaya sir or Tarun sir, whoever it is, it will
Yes,
be
sir.
nice so the students will know what all we are giving. That's all. Yeah.
So like when you subscribe to our courses, so like this IBS, you will be getting like one summary book. So one summary book covering all subjects. and case study book.
Sir, you are
Case
writing,
study book also will be given, because you may ask, sir, why you did not release the case study book or summary book yet. Please try to understand our problem also. If ICI gives everything at a time, we will be able to do it. So first they gave 8. Then we took from multidisciplinary case studies something and we created 40. Then again ICI is giving further 7
Further.
more. Now we need to weed out from that old thing and we need to add this. So even we are also human beings. We don't know what and all ICA is going to give. So that's the reason why we are just waiting and giving it on time. So
But
that's why
now
this
it is almost ready. We are sending it for print, na, sir?
yes.
Yeah.
Case study book we will be sending it for print, and summary book also almost it is complete, like 90% it is completed. So by Jan end we are going to give it to all our students, and the first priority is for our pre-order students, those who ordered, and thereafter those who purchase later. So we are going to give these books to all of them. So summary book and the case study book.
Special thank
And
you to all of you guys who have trusted us
yes,
blindly and
trusted
bought.
us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And apart from this, there will be a Telegram group that is created. So in this Telegram group, all 3 of us will be there. And whatever doubts that you have, you can post it in the Telegram group at reasonable intervals. We will be replying to your queries in the respective queries, etc. Either as a voice message or as a reply, we will do that. Plus, to those students who subscribe for this in the Google Drive, so we will be giving revision videos of every subject and
Except
case
auditing and
study
SCMP, sir.
discussion.
Except auditing and SCMP, where we'll see couple of us will do the important pointers we will put.
Yes, that also in the due course. In the due course, we will add that SCMP and audit, whatever concepts that are required,
Perfect.
and case studies. So right now we are planning for some 25 case studies, but if time permits, by the end, so we may add like further more also, but minimum 25 case studies will be there, and thereafter we are going to provide you the extra handouts or materials, etc. So whatever really that you require will be provided in the Google Drive. In the Google Drive itself, we will be uploading, say, suppose if ICI comes out with a new case study. So immediately we will make a recording of it and we will be posting it to you in the Google Drive. So don't worry about that. So till the exam, we are there to support you. So that aspect will be taken care. So if I miss anything, you
No,
can
no,
just.
sir. I think it's done. And each case study discussion, guys, it takes number of hours actually. We do a
Yes.
very exhaustive discussion, so you will have fun. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. Thank you, guys. Bye. Take care.